Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world, but then you too are the center of the world. The title of this talk is The Empty Tub of Philosophy. So my morning started with answering a Quora question on what is existential nihilism. And so I wrote an answer to that, and then that went to Facebook, and then that went to comments and yada, yada, yada. So here I am putting it into a live talk. And it begins with my memory of my philosophy class. When I went to Old Dominion College in 1960 in Norfolk, Virginia, when it was the William and Mary Extension. Since it became, while I was there, the Old Dominion University, or college, and then it became a university. But when I was there, I majored in English and I minored in philosophy, and they had one philosophy teacher. And the room was a module room, so it was kind of like long. And this is where I've forgotten his name, but all I remember about him, he was a thin young man, and he taught. He was an existentialist, but he taught philosophy, and he had the habit of when he talked, he would lean up against the wall and put his foot up against it, and all around the room there was a ring, like a black ring, from the rubber of his shoe. It was like a tub ring. So the room was like a tub. So that kind of like led to this metaphor of the tub. And I remember just taking philosophy basically was the study of all the different philosophies. It's kind of like a smorgasbord of philosophies, and I really didn't specialize in it because it was a minor. Didn't have any more courses in it except a few broad samplings. But it was enough for me to see that with every philosophy that explains everything, that soon goes down the drain, and there's another one that explains everything. It's kind of like a dialectic of philosophy where the theory that explains everything is soon placed with the bigger theory that explains everything, with a bigger theory that explains everything. So the search is to fill the tub that won't empty. They're looking for what idea or theory will fill the tub completely and will never change, you see. But it all goes down the drain. But while we sit in the tub like a child, we have all of our little toys. We have our ducks and our theories and our ideas and our want to clean things. You got some soap, and you got mountains and you got clouds and you got bubbles, and that's a wonderful place, but it all goes down the drain. So existential nihilism, from my point of view, not an authentic philosophical point of view, but then everything is my point of view, but is that you arrive at the place where everything is empty and that's it. Nihilism. There's no meaning. We see this a lot on Facebook. It's called everything's an illusion. Everything is just appearance. It's all illusion. Oh, I've got this problem. Oh, no, it's all an illusion. The tub's empty. It's all empty. You see, buck up. So the existentialist kind of like takes pride in knowing that there is no meaning. And then they might say, though, well, create your own meaning. Well, Trump is kind of like that. I mean, he says, the tub's empty, it's all soap and bubbles. Create your own truth. I create the truth, you see. So basically when you say, well, the tub's empty, it's all bubbles, soap and bubbles, you create the truth. Well, basically that's just an act of filling the tub up with another theory. It still goes down the drain, you see. So what's the end to it? You see, well, that's why that was 1960 that I played in the tub of philosophy with all the ducks of theories and ideas and solutions and answers to everything and all that, you see. And I found it was all empty. It takes a long time to discover that everything is empty. But you see, existentialism kind of like stops there, in my understanding, and kind of like bathes in the glory of no meaning. But then that becomes meaning, you see. Everything is ironic. Every yes is also a no. So if I say there's no meaning, well, that's a meaning, you see. But is there, what's beyond the yes and the no, or the no is the yes? This is catch-22. Yes is, when the yes is no and no is yes, you get into a wah, 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 mic in the amplifier. Everything turns into its own opposite. You're spinning, you're on a treadmill, spinning. Stop it, I can't get, stop the merry-go-round, you see. So Zen, in my practice, and I'm not a Zen Buddhist, is the awakening of the mind, or awareness, that does not rest on any form in the tub. The little ducks and the horses and the soap and the little toys and all of the toys the child has in the tub, you see, is our mind full of toys. They're sinking and they're floating, and we're deathly afraid that the drain will pull and the whole thing will go down the drain, including me, you see. So when you have in this tub of philosophy, tub of ideas, there's the fear that you will go down the drain, which is death, you see, because you believe you are something floating in the tub, just like the little duckies and the little boats, you see, and the bar of soap, ivory soap, you see. So what is this emptiness, you see? So Zen goes, you know, everybody, Zen says, form is emptiness, emptiness is form, and that's it, you know. Well, that's not it. Form does not equal emptiness. Emptiness does not equal form. There's something else here. So let's get into it. Now, Descartes kind of like stopped, you know. He said, I think, therefore I am. So he never got past thinking. He never got to emptiness. Thinking is form. Thinking is like mental form. You got form with things in the room. You know, everything's a form. This tub is full of stuff here. This room is a tub. You know, you can well, you can't see it there, but you can look around. You can see all kinds of forms. They're all in there, you know. And then I'm talking with thought, you know, and then you've got thought in you, so you got the material tub, and then you got the thinking tub, and then you may be feeling a little down or a little up, or you're a little blue or a little excited. You got the feelings in the tub, and then you got the values, like, oh, I'm a Christian and I got these Christian values, my choices, and that's in the tub. And then you got consciousness too. Your very consciousness is in the tub. So it's all in the tub, you see. Form, feeling, form, thought, feeling, choices, consciousness. It's all in the tub. Pull the plug. It's empty. It's empty. But you see, if I believe I'm form, feeling, thought, consciousness, choices, if I believe that's who I am, then I really fear pulling the plug, because the tub will be empty. And then who will I be? I'll be gone. I'll have no meaning. I'll have no meaning, you see. So we really are afraid of going into nihilism and really seeing what's there. We really have, you know, if you're going to be an existentialist nihilist, you really need to go all the way into it and come through it. And here's where we discover, particularly in Zen, that life is ironic. Life is ironic. Now, irony means yes is no and no is yes. That's why it creates irony creates a yin-yang, or a snake eating its own tail, wah, wah, wah. Yes is no, no is yes. Well, what is the one? Well, you know, irony creates a contradiction, a rub of two opposites, each one saying it's the other. Wah, wah, wah. You see? And with the comic, he creates irony, creates a laughter. So we laugh to get out of the irony of the joke. We laugh to get out of the irony of the joke. That's why comedy, best comedy, is ironic, you see. But then life is ironic. And this is where Zen comes in. Life is ironic. And so life is ironic means that if you're empty, you're also full. If you're full, you're also empty. So if you go really into the emptiness of the tub, you discover, if you don't hang on to any little thought, the last thought, oh, I'm this or that, or oh, I can't give away that, or what about my pride, or yada, 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 all these little thoughts, if they all go down the drain, you're not empty, you're full. That's ironic. You laugh. It's a big laugh when you discover that what you thought was empty is full, that you thought was death is life, what you thought was evil is good, what you thought was, you see? So this irony is the dance of Zorba, it's the laughter of God, it's the Buddha's lion's roar of awakening. It's the empty tub, you see. But you have to go all, you have to every last drop. And that's the practice. The practice of Zen is discovering these drops and letting them go down the drain. Because we're always unconsciously hanging on to something in the tub. Let it all go, but I got this ducky. You see? And then when you realize, but something's irritating me, something's bothering me, what is it? Oh, I'm grasping this ducky. When I see that I'm grasping a ducky, I let it go. And there's the lightness of emptiness, the lightness of being. And then I discover I'm holding on to a horsey or a ship or something. Some other bar of soap or something. Oh, look at that. It's got a thorn in it. Oh, it hurts. Oh. And I just get the lightness. I'm lighter. The lightness of being. I laugh. I'm joyous. And then pretty soon I'm clinging to something else. Oh, and I let that go. So life is a continuous joy of pain and joy, the pain of discovering that I'm clenching something, and the joy of releasing. So the clenching and the releasing is sorrow or pain, joy, you see. That's ironic. How can pain be joy and joy be pain, you see? Irony. Think about that. Thanks for dropping into this tub.